Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm going to be just drying some of the incredible smooth hydrangeas. So just kind of looking at some of the blooms right now. I think the best ones to take for drying are the ones that's starting to look kind of a greenish color like this. This is when they're starting to dry out, and when you feel the florets, they feel a little bit papery, and that's when you know they're ready, and they'll be very good candidates for drying indoors. Now I do have some like this one. You can kind of see there's a bit of white to it, right? So this one might not be the best for me to take for drying indoors. And then I also have some fresh blooms like this one that's completely all white. Do you see that? So that's not good as well. And I also have some, if you look closely here, are starting to brown out. So I don't want that, because if you take them in looking like this, they're going to end up looking brownish. So that's not what I want. So this one I think looks pretty good again, but it does have some of the, you know, brownish florets in here, which is not what I want. So I think I'm going to go over to the other planter where I have some that are, I think, better looking. So right over here, I have another planter, and it has another bush of the incredible smooth hydrangeas, and these flower heads are gigantic. And the reason why they're so big is because I had a lot of dieback in the planter, so I cut them pretty much almost to the ground. So almost all of these, you know, flowers or blooms or branches that you see here are pretty much fresh stems that have come up from the ground. So the blooms are really big. So if you want larger flower heads, you prune this you know, almost completely to the ground, so that all the new stems will come up from the ground, and you're going to end up getting large blooms like this. Unlike the planter that you saw earlier, this one here, I did not prune it back very much. I think I left about 18 to 24 inches of the old stems. So there are many more blooms on this bush, and the blooms are a lot smaller, but you can kind of see that they are more upright. So if you want larger blooms, prune the plant really well, or almost to the ground. But if you want smaller blooms with stems that are less floppy, I would leave at least 18 to 24 inches of the old canes or the old branches, but you will get stronger stems, but blooms will be a lot smaller. So for the vase that I have, I will probably going to need about 5 branches or 5 flower heads. And here's one that I actually made, I think 3 weeks ago, and they've been sitting inside the house since then, and it's looking gorgeous. I love the beautiful color on the blooms right now. And here is the vase that I will be using to dry the incredible hydrangeas in. And if you look closely, you'll see that it is actually a jar that we bought some pickled olives in. But I think the shape of the jar actually goes beautifully with the shape of the incredible flower heads. I think it's beautiful. And I also filled it up with about 1.5 inches or so with cold tap water. And the other thing to also remember is that the color that you see here on the blooms right now is going to be the color that is going to be on them when the flower heads dry up inside. So you want the best looking flower head. So like I said, I'm going to choose one that has very few, you know, brownish or kind of dead looking florets. I want some nice healthy looking green color flower heads. So anyway, I'm gonna do that right now, and then show you what that looks like later on. So when you cut the stems down, don't forget to cut them a little bit longer than you would normally need it for the vase, just in case. And before putting the flower heads into the water, make sure you remove all of the leaves so that the flowers end up drying properly. After removing all the leaf, what you're going to do now is you're going to make a fresh angle cut, and making sure that there is enough stem, like I said, that will be immersed into the water that you have. And I have about 1 inch or 1.5 inches or so of water that is in the vase right now. There, I think that looks really pretty. So I did end up using 5 flower heads on here. I think 4 big ones and 1 small little one. And just in case you didn't see earlier, I did end up cutting each of these stems with an angle cut, and I made sure that all of the stems are actually touching the little bit of water that I have in the bottom of the vase. So I'm just gonna bring it inside, let it sit in the house until all the water dry out, and don't add any more water, and eventually it's gonna look beautiful like the one that I showed you earlier. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now.